Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out there.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Oh, this hard goddamn work being this good.
One more again, see what I take on your front set, I swear.
You ain't my daddy, are you?
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
What time is it? Game time.
Okay, welcome again to the Don't Be Blasé podcast. We are coming to you live from the House of Pain, otherwise known as Snap Fitness in the Adelaide CBD. I am your host, Speed Caruana, joined by my man, Steve Burrows.
Hello there, Speed, my friend. How are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm wondering where you're getting this energy from. That's all right.
I've been thinking about, for the last 6 days, how can I change this normal hello thing I do? So I thought I'd do that. I'm actually disappointed in what I come up with.
Yeah, maybe keep thinking.
I've got another 7 more days to the next one, yes.
Before we get started, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Larry and Ladd. Go see the Boys in Region Arcade. Get yourself an awesome coffee. Listen to some pretty sweet tunes. But for now, on with the show. Now, this is coming by popular demand from the tens of listeners that we do get. Yeah, I think we're over 10 now, Steve.
Oh, wow.
We have another installment of Lawn Chat.
Lawn Chat.
I think we almost need music for this now.
Oh my God, I was going to say we need an intro.
The sound just sounded like a lawnmower being pushed. But does your lawnmower make noise? Because it's a girly electric one.
No, it doesn't. There's turbo mode to it.
Oh, turbo mode.
Turbo
Okay.
mode, so-
Yeah, that makes it so much tougher.
But then you can turn it down to silent mode.
Oh, okay.
And where it
Stealth.
doesn't actually cut the lawn. Just kind of push it. And
It basically just cones the lawn.
Combs it. That's right, that's a good one. Lawn chat. Not too much to report.
Not too much to report.
The back lawn is looking primo.
Yeah.
But what sucks about... See, Santa Ana is a summer lawn.
Yes.
So it really thrives in the summer, and I was able to put it in, I think it was sort of like in the January, early February, I can't remember what it was, but I put it in that time because the sun helps it just catch on real fast.
Yeah.
When I did the front lawn, I just did it in winter because I just wanted to stop having mud in the front.
Yep,
so it didn't grow for months.
Yep.
So you saw the lines, it was all over the shop, and I hated it. And that's where I'm going with this. Unfortunately, because my back lawn, that's where, like the fun happens, the kids go out there and it's really fun. We've got a new trampoline. I think I told you about that last week. We put that up on Sunday. The front lawn is not getting the love.
No.
And
That's your prime lawn, Steve. That's
I know.
your representative lawn.
I
That's the
know.
one the neighbours see.
yeah, and I guess,
And they're going to judge you based on your front lawn.
I don't care about...
They don't get to see the party in the back. This is business in the front, mate. This is the mullet.
This is the short, the sides or whatever. Yeah, so I guess... Really, all my comment is for this week is how do people to juggle that, because I'm watering the back lawn all the time. It's still, it's still not quite 3 months old yet, so I'm still kind of giving it a real, TLC. The front lawn, I look at it when I rock up at home, and it's like, hey, Dad, what about me? Like it's the old cats in the cradle thing,
Are you saying you might need to hire a gardener or
No,
someone
no,
more
no.
well equipped to handle a lawn? Are you saying you're
no.
not man enough to handle a front and back lawn? You don't have the responsibility yet to be taking on 2 lawns.
Originally, I was going to get artificial lawn for the front.
Oh.
Because I just wanted that low maintenance stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's very expensive stuff. Actually.
It is actually.
And someone actually is so expensive that my brother-in-law and my sister had it on the, I think it's called the verge, so between the footpath and the road, that little patch. It's only about a meter. They woke up one day and it was gone.
Well, someone stole it.
Someone pulled up and stole it.
Oh, wow.
From their front. And that's how, because he got the really, really good stuff, and not that kind of green carpet looking stuff, like is legit, looks pretty killer. And someone else thought it looked pretty killer and backed up one night and put it in the back of the car and off they went.
This is what happens. You can't have nice things in Portugal.
No.
They will come and take it from you.
That's right.
That's the price you pay. Is that almost why you put the shit lawn at the front? You're like,
There's nothing
nothing to see here at the back. Just look at this lawn here. This is almost mud. Like, don't worry about my front lawn. There's nothing in the back.
Look.
Just keep walking, pal.
Dude, the front lawn is amazing still. But, I have to understand that we've got a street full of lawn enthusiasts as well.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's there's dudes out there. There's these two guys who live down my street. They're about 2 or 3 houses apart, and they've been thick as thieves as soon as they were the first two on the street.
All right.
Yeah, because we're on a brand new street now. The first two, and every time we drove out to look at the block and stuff, they were always
Out the front.
like king of the hill,
Yeah.
having the beers, and what was good about that is it encourages the other one to get out there and improve their lawn.
Yeah.
And it was almost like a bit of a competition.
It's a bit of an alpha male, a bit of a dick swinging contest. Who can get this lawn? And so far, you are coming a very distant third.
Yeah, I'm probably third. The guy next to me, he's got his lawn isn't as good, and he walked past the other day. He goes, Steve, that's looking like a fairway. And
So
it looks
it's
alright.
not just us. So you're saying the lawn chat is just taken off, like.
Dude, it's down the street, man. And then you do frown upon the people who do have artificial lawn. By the way,
I think we might need to just change this entire show. It's going to be good. Don't be blasé. It's going to be lawn chat with Spee and Steve. I think we're going to completely rebrand the whole show. We're going to have intro music that reflects our love of lawn.
Yeah.
And also, I'm fascinated by this, and this seems to be a hot topic amongst our listener.
Yeah.
And they seem to really enjoy listening to a bit of lawn chat.
Yeah.
So I think we're all in. I think next week we might change the whole format.
I think I'm down. I'll try to come up with some more content
Yeah.
to thicken it up a bit.
That's it.
Put a bit of green up on there, and let's get some conversation rolling.
Was that a lawn pun?
Yeah, it was a little fun. You like that?
I'm very proud of you, Steve.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've had a bit of feedback from last week's Kanye thing.
Yeah.
Bit of a niche market, apparently. We hit
Yeah.
we hit a nerve some people because it's like, well, I don't know a lot of the Kanye songs, so that episode was a bit tough for us. So we think we've got to go to another bracket style breakdown of music. Now, Steve has prepared this one. Steve's like, I want to do one for you, and I want to see how you're feeling. 32 songs. Steve, what genre are you playing for me today?
This is what you might hear on 102.3, or in our day it was 5AD. I think it might have been an AM show. I can't remember 5AD.
Remember, we have international and interstate listeners, Steve.
Oh, sorry. So it's kind of like,
You're easy listening.
easy listening, exactly. So basically, I've come up with a list of 32 songs, 32 of my favourite. There might be a couple that missed out, but this is generally where on high rotation when I'm working out in the gym.
Yeah.
It gets me psyched for the deadlifts and stuff. And so basically, to qualify for this, it had to be either like a soft rock,
Yeah.
a rock ballad, or a power ballad.
Power ballad.
Yeah, so that was three kind of that's how I define what got in this list, and I have ranked them not based on my own favorites, but what I figured the general consensus would say when it comes to these songs. So I've got a bracket. I'm gonna put it online for everyone. So
You can fill out your bracket too, guys, because this one you might be able to get a few more people involved in. So
Yeah.
Steve's not going to do it because Steve created the bracket, so
yeah.
he's going to give it to me. So today we're going to run through. We've got two sides, 16 aside, and we're going to run through our bracket. So Steve, hit me off. What's
All right.
number one?
Number one is probably one of the biggest power ballads of all time is by Aerosmith. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
There we
as
go.
from that film. What's that film? Bruce Willis and
Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Yeah.
And number 32, which might be the one that people don't know, is In the Living Years, which was a classic. I think that was an English band or a New Zealand band. And In the Living Years. Remember that song?
No, I think okay, because we got a bit of trouble for playing music last week, even though we only played a little sample, a couple of bits. So for now on, for today, any song that I don't know is going to be sung by one Stephen Burrows. So can you just give me a little sample of the chorus for In the Living Years?
In the Living, well, it's actually just In the Living. It's when we die. Oh, when we die. Dun, dun, dun. Basically, the song's about his dad, and they don't talk anymore, and that's it. So In the Living Years, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know the one. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna do it straight away. Even though I enjoyed your version, Steve, I'm just gonna put through Aerosmith straight away.
Yeah, let's go. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Yeah.
The second one is The Boss, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Actually, not one of my favourite ones of his songs, but it's Streets of Philadelphia, as by the film, Tom Hanks film.
Yep.
And Don't Dream It's Over, Crowded House.
Oh, see, this is going to be a tough one. This is very, very close seeding. This is just 16th
Yeah.
and 17th ranked, I see.
Yeah, 16, 17.
But I'm going to go somewhat local, and we're going
Yeah.
Crowded House there.
Don't Dream.
Hey now, don't dream it's over.
Hey, that's my gig, man. I'm not a singer,
So,
alright?
I can't actually sing, so I just talk song lyrics to
Neither
people.
can I,
That's
neither
it.
can I.
That's right.
All right, next one. Oh no, a lot of these are in films.
Yeah, well, you need a power ballad, especially your romantic comedies, all that sort of thing.
Yes.
Any sort of romance movie needs a power ballad.
And this one is one from one of my all-time favourite films.
Robin Hood?
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Bryan Adams, Everything I Do.
Everything I do.
And that's
do it for you.
I do it for you. And also you do it to you two,
Yep.
which is With or Without You.
Just a lot of yous and
There
do's
is
and
a lot of
toots.
yous.
This one rhymes really well, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Canada's second greatest export, Bryan Adams, because U2, I turned on them. I've explained it before. Went and saw their concert. It was terrible, and ever since then, like I had such a bad experience at the concert. I don't enjoy listening to their music anymore, and that was one of my favourite songs of theirs. And now I'm done with it.
Yeah, and why is he number second?
Second.
Why is he the second best import out of Canada? Who's number one?
Oh, Bieber.
Okay. Moving on. All right, next one is one of the coolest dudes in the world, Lenny Kravitz.
Yep.
Stand By My Woman. Going against one, and this will have to be in my top 5 power ballads probably, is Always, Bon Jovi. Now, there was a toss-up between Always and Bed of Roses.
Ooh.
I know, right?
No.
But I only did one song per artist. I didn't want to get into the
a double?
whole...
That's okay,
Yeah.
that's okay.
So this one won.
Okay, well, no, Always is good.
It was in the pre-qualifiers.
Lenny Kravitz is great. I'm a
Yeah.
huge Lenny Kravitz fan, except for when I got very jealous of him when can't remember where it was, which concert. It was in Europe somewhere, but he split his pants.
Okay.
During-
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And Lenny apparently doesn't care for underwear.
No.
And all of a sudden, the people in attendance just saw it. Just hit the stage, basically. Everyone just saw what Lenny was working with, and I've been a little bit jealous ever since.
Oh,
so,
wow.
you know what? I'm giving the nod Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi. Excellent. That's a good choice. See, already the second round. It's
going to be tight. It's going to be tight. But anyway, keep going down. Where do we go?
Another one. This is a great song. Phil Collins. Yeah. And once again, there was a few songs I could have chosen, but this one is probably going to be the quintessential.
Studio?
No. Was that? That was a. He was in a band.
That was Genesis. Yeah.
Genesis. That's right. So this one is In the Air Tonight.
Whoa.
Which has also been for young people. It was made famous a little bit in The Hangover when the Mike Tyson scene.
Just the drum bit. Yep.
Yeah.
Used in a lot of ads too. Yeah.
And then this one is another. This almost got itself out of it, but this fits in a soft rock category. But this is a great one. This is Journey. Don't Stop Believing. Don't stop believing.
Oh yeah, Steve. Everyone knows that.
I've been wanting to use the hype.
I didn't need help on that one.
Okay.
This is not a first round matchup.
This is 21 versus 12, dude. We have got some crackers coming up, man.
Matchup, Stephen. This is way too advanced. This is one of the greatest drum breakdowns in a song ever.
Yeah.
And then also one of the catchiest songs of all time. You're really tearing me here.
Yeah. So we got more of these tearing.
I'm going to go with Journey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Don't Stop Believing. Just because I have great memories of it, that they play it at the baseball in San Francisco as well. It's like it's one of those ones they play in the 8th innings, and I really enjoy singing along to that one. So yeah, Journey's got the nod for me.
All right, here we go. Now, I for some reason I picked you as a Sting fan, but so I went to The Police.
Sting, it's not the music he makes. I don't listen to it, but the fact that he's making it, I respect that.
Oh, that's so funny. That's a Zoolander reference.
Yeah,
Thank
you. We are very washed.
Every Breath You Take, The Police.
Yeah. Not Message in a Bottle?
No. This is the one because, Puff Daddy, he did this when Biggie died.
Yeah.
But this one here this was number one for about 312 consecutive weeks.
There you go.
It's called The Winds of Change. It's by the Scorpions. So I'm pretty sure a German band.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but oh my God, this song is a played up top level. I'm not trying to influence you here, but The Winds of Change.
Yeah. No,
Take me.
On the glory
Yeah.
And it was the one with all the whistling.
Yeah, that's right. I can't whistle.
Yeah. You know what? This is going to be a real easy one for me. Even though I'm a big Police fan,
Yeah.
Scorpions going straight through that one. Winds of Change, because that one actually, this is funny, because at least probably about 6 weeks ago, I just had that song in my head and had to listen to it before I went to bed. Like I just listened. I just found it would be in my recent on YouTube. I just had to listen to that song because when I was a kid, I loved that song. So yeah, the Winds of Change got that one.
YouTube, we're going to talk about that shortly. Remind me to bring up YouTube. All right, next one. Oh, okay, so I put this one in because I know some of you listeners are from Adelaide and probably some of you from Port Adelaide. But there is an overrated band called NXS. And some yobbos put their scarves up from time to time every Saturday to Footy Park or Adelaide Oval. And they sing Never Tear Us Apart, which makes me vomit. But anyway, I chugged it in there. And then there's a song which is like another classic big hair band from the 80s called Bad English, and it's When I See You Smile. You know the song? When I see you smile, I can face the world.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm a big Never Tear Us Apart fan, but I have been like, I mean, at least I'm a Port member, and I do go to every Port game, and I do enjoy standing up and singing it. But because of that, it's kind of almost been overplayed for me.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's like Gold Digger. Yeah.
and I know, like I said, and one thing I do love is that my good friend Patrick up in Sydney, he's a huge fan of that song. He likes In Excess, so he gets a bit on us for saying they're overrated. But he's also a massive Adelaide Crows fan. And he hates the fact that song is now linked to Port Adelaide. So, you know what? In honour of him, we're going Bad English. Yeah, When I See You Smile, because I enjoy that. Yeah, I enjoy like a good, that sort of whining sort of song.
Now, this one here, Spee, you have no choice in the matter.
I think I know where we're going to go.
Okay,
Let's go through this quickly. Don't build it up.
Bank or Real Life, Send Me an Angel. And probably the greatest ballad of all time.
Yeah.
It goes for about 9 fucking minutes, and it's 9 minutes of pure heaven.
Yep.
And it's November Rain. It's just got 3 guitar solos. It's orgasmic. Tell me what your choice is.
Send Me an Angel has its moments. Send me an angel.
That's very good.
Send me an angel.
This might influence you. Crazy Bone.
Right now.
Crazy Bone.
Yep.
Did on his latest album a song called Send Me an Angel.
Right, so November Rain.
November Rain.
It was never in doubt. It was never in doubt. But Crazy Bone really put it over the line. So we'll go back to the top now, Steve. Now, because this was a tough first round.
Yeah.
Let's see how the second round goes.
All right, here we go.
Let's rush through these.
I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Yep.
And Don't Dream It's Over.
Local boys get the nod again. Don't Dream It's Over.
You're going to knock out Aerosmith.
Yep. Because I don't think it's Aerosmith's best song.
Okay, but it's their best ballad.
Yeah. It's probably their strongest power ballad, but that's when I feel like Aerosmith turned and everyone kind of like, they became a bit too much.
No, that's fair. Fair enough. That's cool.
See, because like I don't think it's even their best movie song. So like I like Crying from the 90s, and the film clip has Alicia Silverstone in it, and she is everything that is 90s. So I would give the nod to that one over I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. So because of that, Don't Dream It's Over gets through.
Okay, that's fine. That's your list. Next one is Everything. Oh, see, this is a quarterfinal, I think it is.
Yep.
Everything I Do it for you.
Yep.
No, hang on, that's not. No, Everything I Do.
Yeah.
And Bon Jovi, Always.
Always get straight on there. Because once again, that's I heard you said I enjoyed a 90s film clip.
Yeah.
That one is what? Is it 90s or 80s?
Oh, no, that's 90s, yeah.
And it just has that real cheesy film clip. The film clip has like a little mini movie. You know,
the artist and has an affair. And
he cheats on her, but then he gets upset because someone paints her and he sets fire to the apartment and walks out. I was like, it's just great stuff.
I know, but the other one has got Brian Adams shooting the arrow in slow-mo. What's on fire from the...
but he doesn't have the big enough hair. That's why he doesn't...
That's true.
That's the important thing, is the size of the hair when it comes to...
And isn't it funny that, like, in that film, like, it's set in England and stuff like that, and everyone's got an English accent, besides Robin Hood. He's got an American accent.
Kevin Costner,
Isn't that weird?
Didn't have a lot of range, Kevin Costner.
All right, here we go. Next one. Don't Stop Believing. Yep. I'd like to sing it again if I can. Against Wind of Change. Oh my God,
this is a toughie, but I'm going to go Winds of Change.
Nice.
I know, Journey's good, but Winds of Change.
Your stock is rising. Your stock is rising.
You don't even need to ask this one. Bad English versus Gunners. Gunners has taken that one.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, here we go. Final four on this side? No, on this side it's final four, so it's 8. In the Elite 8 now.
Don't Dream Is Over versus Always.
Always going to get the nod there.
Always gets the nod.
Yep.
And, see, this is...
Here we go. Now, this is the toughest one. To get into the final four, Winds of Change or November Rain.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
We got some weather elements flying all over the place.
We do. We got rain, we got wind, we got change, we've got the month of November.
Yeah, that's how it works.
You know what? And because this is, I've kept this sort of as a rule going through this thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it November Rain.
Oh, yeah.
On the film clip.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit,
You need, it's a good film. It's a good story.
Yeah.
And so that's what's going to get through. So we'll leave it there. We'll leave it at final four.
Okay.
And we'll go to the other side of the bracket. So Steve, we're starting again.
Oh, here we go. Now this is probably one of the greatest ballads of all time.
You've said that about several times.
Yeah, it's a great list. I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner.
Yeah.
Classic 80s.
I want you to show me.
Yeah, I want you to show me. I apologize. I have not warmed up my voice. I'm way better than that. And Right Here Waiting, Richard Marx, which has been recently brought on some insurance ad or something.
Yeah, they do use it a lot, which is that's one thing I enjoy now, that these songs, they can actually start to sort of take the piss out of themselves and use them. So,
I want to know what love is.
Yeah, all right. I want to know what love is. Goes there. Put the Foreigner through. You won me over with that beautiful rendition, Steve. What do we got next?
All right, Love Bites, Def Leppard, which I'll tell you a story about later, or maybe another time. And All Our Love, which is, I believe, an Adelaide band, Air Supply. And it was just on that Deadpool shorts that you showed me before when you jumped through the thing, like...
Okay, well...
I'm all out of love.
I'm going to go with Air Supply there. So I need you to tell me this Love Bite story.
Just a real quick
because
one.
that song's out. That's cool.
Okay, it was a great song, but the reason why I fell back in love with this kind of genre of music is years and years ago, my boy Brett, Spinos and well, we started to have hanging around him for a little while, and I'd go around his house and he'd cook me dinner, this pork, lamb, mint lamb, and then I'd ball out the carton of beers, and we'd sit there all night drinking beer. We'd eat our pork, what the fuck am I talking about? Lamb, and we'd play Tiger Woods 2010.
Yep.
And the game was we'd have YouTube up.
Yep.
And you'd have to pick a song, and the song had to be a banger.
Yep.
And then the next song, and there couldn't be any breaks. You couldn't stop. There could be no pauses. No, there had to be, and it had to be continuous. And what happened is it started...
So you went 1 for 1?
1 for 1.
Yep.
And it started because one day we played golf.
Yep.
And I remember I went to the shopping centre afterwards, and I heard in JB Hi-Fi, I just heard in the background Love Bites. I didn't know what it was, though. Yeah. I remembered it. I was like... what's it? And I hummed it to him, and he fucking human jukebox come up with it, and that is what began what we tagged the Extravagant Nights, which turned into Extravies, which we did, and it was a period of our life. It was a really good time. We did it for about 2.5 years.
Pre-kids,
pre-kids, before kids, before marriage, all that type of shit. And it was just a great night. And that's my YouTube story I was telling you about before. So we would do that. Yeah. We would do that, and we'd just play 1 for 1. We'd be up to 4 o'clock. Let's jam into Power Ballads. We'd start with 80s rap, and then it would turn into something else, and before you know it...
Someone throws a curveball in there, and then you go, I know what you're doing. I see what you're doing there. And the fact that, that's a good story, Steve. But you know what? Still loses.
All right,
so,
moving on.
What have we got next?
Next one is, and I think I might know what's coming through here. Next one is To Be With You. Want to be with you deep inside. You
to feel too. You always need that other guy in the background to just repeat it. I think that's how Migos have made their entire careers. They've got the one guy in the background that just repeats the last line. And that was a big thing in that song. I'll give you that.
All right, the next one is, I think I know what it is, who's going through here. Out of Touch, Hall & Oates.
Oh, see, now this is...
Out of touch. And I know you like the other one better.
And you're out of time.
Yeah.
But this is why, because I enjoy To Be With You, because I really enjoy like I said, the guy yelling in the background. Just repeating the last line. And Out of Touch, not even like my top 2.
Hall & Oates, okay. Right.
Because Hall & Oates you have to go, my dreams come true, and then you kiss.
Yeah.
Okay? So Out of Touch, Out of Time is very good.
But
huge upset here. Mr. Big, To Be With You is going through, Steve.
You should have said, and I thought you were going to say, you like, it's out of touch, it's out of time, and it's out of the competition. That's what I thought you were going to say, but that's all right.
I'm funny, Steve.
You're the jokes guy.
you're not. We established a couple of shows back. You had your joke privileges taken away, Steve. You're still suspended.
Okay, next
Without
one.
Pay.
Without pay. Next one is, I chucked that all-girls band in because, I was getting grilled for a lot of boy bands here. Eternal Flame, the Bangles.
The Bangles, Keep me burning like an eternal flame.
Exactly. And this is one of the songs which from my favourite film, MacGruber.
Yep.
I don't want to, but this is from the sex scene, Broken Wings.
Mr. Mister. See, now I'm going to take the MacGruber thing off the table because that's just shit house. But yeah, Eternal Flame's good. Bangles had their moment, but Mr. Mister is definitely going through there.
Definitely.
Broken Wings.
That's a classic.
Yeah. And I just love the
ballad.
fact that the beat got pinched for a Tupac song. It's really, really good. So yeah, keeping that one. Okay, moving on, Steve. What have we got? I like what's coming up.
All right, so the next one is
I think we may have a dark horse to win the lot coming up.
Okay. Yeah.
Looking ahead.
Looking ahead. Next one is Meatloaf, who was massively famous throughout the 70s, 80s, and then he came back with this one. I Will Do Anything for Love. Another 15-minute fucking banger.
An epic.
And the next one, which I have a feeling is, I've ranked him number 7.
Oh, that's a stiff rating.
You know, but there's some good songs out there. But this one is, I don't know. I'm going to say Speed might be onto this one. Keep On Loving You.
By REO Speedwagon.
By REO Speedwagon.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will do anything for love, but I won't put Meatloaf in. REO Speedwagon are going to go through there. Easy. That's almost a walk. That was so easy.
All right, next one, Warrant. They did have more than one song.
Wow,
Speed,
so it's not Cherry Pie.
No, Cherry Pie did not make it. But The Flame, Cheap Trick. I will be the flame.
Okay, I will put The Flame through as long as you never sing that again. The Flame is through.
Nice.
All right, here we go.
Speaking of Flame.
There we go. This is almost like the Kanye Lights thing. We're just going through flames.
We are going through flames. Next one is your mate Jared. He said this would be number 1.
Yeah.
I ranked it at number 18 from Jimmy Barnes, Chisel, Flame Trees against More Than Words from Extreme. This is another close 15 versus 18.
This is a good one. And you know what? I'm a bit off Chisel.
Okay.
I like the stuff. I like K-San. You know, I'll sing along. I'll sing along to Working Class Man.
Oh yeah.
Flame Trees, good song.
Yeah.
I prefer More Than Words.
Okay, all right.
I'm actually going to put that through. I think it's going to be very unpopular. Jared's probably going to get very mad when
first round.
Yeah, when he listens to it, he's going to turn. He's going to be very angry.
Yeah.
But sorry, Jared. Your choice is shithouse.
And there we go. Whitesnake, who had another song, I forget the title, but I think they put it on every single album they ever released.
Yep.
That didn't make the cut because it's not really a song. But this one is called Is This Love? But Africa Toto, seated at number 2. This is the king of...
Now, are you even asking this question?
Yeah. We'll go Toto?
Yeah, I think we'll go Toto.
Yeah, all right.
Although
Toto.
that song did lead to a pretty awkward situation because me and Patrick love, once again, Patrick, and another nod. That's 2 in 1 week, mate.
Wow.
We're very lucky. But we decided to do it once at karaoke.
Oh.
Realising we don't actually know the words. We only know the chorus. And there's a lot of words in there before we get to the chorus. So we were standing up there like a couple of pissed idiots in front of an entire room. It's one of those ones where you sing in front of the whole room, not just in front of your own little office room. So but I still have a good soft spot for Africa.
And Toto has several songs that could make this. They were kings of soft rock.
They did enjoy a few
And
ballads.
I need to tell you just a couple. Chicago, do you know Chicago?
Yeah.
You know, they missed out. I did want to put one of their songs in. If You Leave Me Now.
Oh, yes.
I want to put that in, but that was...
It's there's a few tough outs, but I'm glad you kept it, pretty stringent.
Yeah, I tried. Okay, we're
We don't
moving on
want
to the
any
next round.
passengers. We don't want passengers.
Here we go. I Want to Know What Love Is or All Out of Love.
There's just a lot of love in the
There's
room,
a
isn't
lot
there?
of love.
Okay. Oh, I want to know
I
what
want
love
to know
is.
what love is.
Nah, Foreigner's gone through there now. Foreigner's a little bit tougher.
Foreigners, yeah. And once again, they added several songs that probably could have made. Say you will, say you won't, you know. Oh, yeah, that's it. I've got confused with Toto.
I thought you just got confused by how bad your singing was.
Say you won't, make up your mind. All right, next one is To Be With You and
Broken Wings.
This is good.
See, To Be With You is already punched above its weight. It took out the heavyweight champion, which was Hall & Oates. But I don't think it's going to get through Mr. Mister. So Mr. Mister's going to get through there. Broken Wings.
I like it. Here we go. REO Speedwagon. Keep On Loving You versus The Flame.
Another walk, REO Speedwagon flying through.
Oh, wow. See, I reckon it'd be a bit close. So anyway, More Than Words Extreme versus Africa Toto.
Going through Toto again.
Toto. Okay, well, I can't wait to see next round then.
Here we go. So we're going back to the top.
Okay, I Want to Know What Love Is against
Broken Wings.
Broken Wings. Take these broken wings.
You're really getting into this.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
So we know Broken Wings there. Mr. Mister.
Oh,
taking out Foreigner. Yeah, taking out Foreigner.
That was the second seed.
I know, but Mr. Mister, like I said, getting the Tupac remix. really
Yeah.
adds a lot to that.
It's a good song.
It's the beat mostly that gets it.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah.
REO Speedwagon, Toto.
Oh,
Yeah, see, that's not a
this is
walkthrough now.
Real toughie. REO Speedwagon has had some pretty easy tune-up fights. So has Toto, in fairness. They've both been walking through tin cans. But, you know what?
Yep.
I've never gone the popular vote.
Oh, okay.
I've gone REO Speedwagon.
Oh.
Purely because it's got what you want from a power ballad. It's really cheesy.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really shit. And it's got some really crap lyrics. You know, it's like, I don't want to sleep. I just want to keep on loving you. You know, it's everything you want. And I meant every word I said. When I said that I love you, I meant I would love you forever. Plus, I think it's in Vice City.
A lot of these songs.
A lot of these songs are in Vice
from
City, and any song that's got from Vice City is going to get a lot of things with me.
REO is, Toto is, Broken Wings is,
Yeah.
a couple of these are, I'm not sure what the flame is. All right, here we go. We have got our final four.
So run down our final four from left to right.
Left to right, we got John Bon Jovi with Always,
Taking on.
Guns N' Roses, November Rain,
Oh, that's tough on the one bracket. And the other side, we've got
Broken Wings, Mr. versus REO Speedwagon.
Keep on Loving You. Okay. Whoa. So we'll start with the top left. So we've got Always and November Rain. Now, this is an absolute belter.
We got a couple killer guitar solos in there.
We do have
Richie
some
Sambora
great-
versus Slash.
Ooh,
Hold on.
got some big hair going. But you know what?
Yeah.
My money's on the redhead.
Okay, all right.
I'm going Guns N' Roses.
An accent?
November Rain is coming through that one.
That's
And I
beautiful.
love Always.
Yeah.
Purely because when you sing that song, I love just going up to friends and, you know, when you run the back of your finger, like index finger down their cheek, you know? Just that real shitty maneuver like you'd see in like all the film clips. I just love doing that to people and I will always do that to Always.
Perfect.
But, I don't know, just a film clip to Guns N' Roses. You know what I'm like? I need a visual and I like a song and
Yeah.
it's so good at it. Yeah.
That Guns N' Roses film clip, I've recently found out that is the film clip was actually meant to be one of three. So like it's a bit of a story. So
Yeah.
there's Don't Cry, there's November Rain, and there's a song called Strange, which is another epic
Yeah.
10-minute long thing, ballad. But yeah, there you go. There's some trivia for you. Here we go. To get in the
Mr.
final.
Mister and REO Speedwagon.
Oh.
Oh, take these broken
Take
wings and learn to
these
fly
broken
again.
wings.
Learn to live so free. We hear the voices sing.
Oh.
The book of love will open up and not let Mr. Mister in.
Oh,
REO Speedwagon is going through.
REO.
I really love this song. I don't think you can really understand how much I enjoy Keep On Loving You. It's a terrible track, but the beauty is in the terribleness. But
no! Here we go.
it's saying that I can't go past November Rain.
Oh, he's done it.
Like
He
I
is-
said last week when we did the Kanye one, Murder to Excellence is a brilliant track because it has several parts.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of a song that has several parts. And, you know, when it sort of like, you think the song's about to stop and it dies down,
Oh, yeah.
and then it... and then it
yeah,
just
piano.
comes back again. Yeah, it
Oh.
just... That's what will get me every time. It gets you right in the
Speed-
funny places.
I think,
Guns N' Roses is going to win it for me.
I think it's actually, to be honest, folks, what happened is we bumped into, we've told the story a few times now, we bumped into each other at Guns N' Roses. I think it brings him back to a happy place that me and him were probably air guitar soloing at one point.
There was a lot of air guitar soloing,
You
yeah.
can tell the truth. Why do you really not? I think it's because it brings us back to a night that me and you shared. Is that right, Spee?
It wasn't a Stravy night or
Extravagant.
Stravy night, whatever you guys were calling it. It wasn't one of those. But it was a great moment. It was a
Yeah.
very, very good night. And, like, this is how you can tell how good the night was. Like, I had a horrendously bad back that day.
Okay.
I had trouble standing. But, like, to be able to stand through that whole concert, didn't care, you know, and, like, loved... I didn't realise I liked so many Guns N' Roses
Oh,
songs.
yeah.
I thought I only really knew but it was like a bucket list band, but I thought I only really knew the hits.
Yeah.
And then I realised, no, I really like, and I really enjoy that genre of music. you
Yeah.
know? And so, and like I said, anything that's just makes you feel a certain way will always get that over the line for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, Guns N' Roses will win it for me.
That is awesome. I'm so glad you picked that one because that is probably one of my favourite songs of all time.
Yep.
Like across genres.
So we agreed on something here.
This is it, man. This is the one time.
Wow.
This is.
Mark it down in your calendars, folks.
I'd love for everyone else to tell us what their song is. Though.
Well, yeah, Steve will put this up. He'll put
Yeah.
the list up online.
Yeah.
But before we go,
Yeah.
we do have another thing to touch on.
Okay.
Steve brought it to my attention because we love a good YouTube clip.
Yeah.
And we love tagging each other and shit on Facebook.
Yeah.
And an ad came up for a new TV show. Well, like it's going to be an online TV show on YouTube. And you had a question for me, Steve.
Yeah. Well, it was Karate Kid.
Yes.
It was based on the original Karate Kid.
Yep. Was this Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai, that's right. So, obviously, in early 80s, they had the Ralph Macchio Karate Kid. This story happens. Well, I think it follows on from the loss of Johnny. So I think it goes 35 years later. Johnny didn't take that too well. Yeah, that was his life. He was on top of the world. If you remember, he was white privilege. He was going out with the cheerleader.
And now Danny LaRusso owns like a car yard or something, or some sort of dealership. And
he's an arsehole by the looks of things.
Yeah, he's a bit smarmy.
Yeah.
And Johnny's grown up on the other side of the tracks, and Johnny decides to bring back the Cobra Kai school.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about this new upcoming TV show?
Well, I'm psyched, first of all.
Yep.
But it got me asking the question, will it hold up? Because the Karate Kid was pretty corny when you watch it. I know it's still one of my favourites. And I started thinking, what other films out there do you remember from your childhood that maybe do still hold up? Or don't hold up?
Well, the thing about Karate Kid, it holds up. I have watched it, somewhat recently, within the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It does hold up, except for the scene where Miyagi gets drunk and gives him the car. That feels a bit groomy.
That would happen today.
Yeah, that was the only scene that I felt a little bit, I don't really know about this. But the rest of that movie does hold up. But you did get me thinking, and I was thinking about movies like a classic comedy, Caddyshack.
Sure.
I love that movie.
Okay.
It's great. It's like Animal House. It's very, very funny. Different cast of characters. Now, that movie is so racist, it would not be allowed to be made today. And there's all that humor, that sort of stuff. Like another one from like my childhood was like Song of the South.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
It's an old Disney movie. They don't even make it anymore. It stopped being printed. They pretty much disavow all knowledge of it because it's about basically about slavery and how like the Brer Rabbit trying to get out of he's trying to get out of the slaving camp, but it's like, no, you need to stay here and deal with what your life is going to be. And it's all about this rabbit that's like rebelling to stop rebelling and actually accept that this is his life and he needs to live in the Brer Patch.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and it's really racist. And they don't play it anymore. And it's like, you really have to kind of Google the dark archives of Disney to find it. But it had one of my favourite songs in it, which is Zippity Doodah.
Zippity-doo-dah,
zippity-doo.
Eminem did it.
Yeah.
Relapse album.
So it's a great song, and like it's a great song because it reminds me, like, my dad used to sing it to us when we were in the shower, and like me and my brother in the shower, the bath, or whatever, as kids, and we'd sing that song and stuff like that. So I've got good memories, but yeah, that movie's fucking awful, and so you'd never watch it again. But yeah, that's one that probably doesn't hold up.
Well, one of my favourite, we've had discussion before, is Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
You see he's got a new film coming out, Speed?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it could be right.
Yeah, I think I agree with Ben.
Yeah. It's basically the classics that everyone referred to as his kind of like, the golden years was those first two or three.
Yep.
Billy Madison
and Happy Gilmore.
And I'm going to chuck the Wedding Singer in there. And you know what, Wedding Singer still holds up.
Oh, Wedding Singer holds up.
Happy Gilmore certainly holds up.
Yep.
But you're not so convinced on Billy Madison.
Billy Madison's just too juvenile.
Yeah.
I think it's like, okay, if you showed it to kids today, they might still find it funny. But as far as me going back and watching it and finding that funny, like, obviously you know the quotes and stuff like that, and you kind of, you just remember the quotes.
Sure.
But as far as like a movie is kind of like this, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So that doesn't hold up for me. But I think that just becomes a age sensibilities thing, like what you find funny, what you don't. But then it was like I was discussing. Well, sorry, another topic brought up the other day for a friend of mine on Facebook. And he said, he didn't understand why people thought Jim Carrey was funny. Now, that is just outrageous because Jim Carrey did have his moment. And, like, yes, he's a bit nichey for the 90s, but he still had other stuff that was very funny. But the one I wanted to bring up that I got a bit of backlash for ragging on, Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Pauly Shore, what was he?
Yeah.
No, he was... Wasn't he always the stoner
He
side?
was the weasel.
Side.
That was his gimmick.
Yeah, because he was in Encino, man. Like, that stupid voice thing he fucking does.
But it was huge. That's the one thing. It was
that
like
was definitely
like Andrew Dice Clay. They all had like their little 5 minutes where they were like the hottest.
That was an era thing.
But it was weird, and like just seemed like there was always just this next hot thing and next hot sort of comedian and this is that, but that doesn't seem to have that anymore, which is probably good.
Yeah.
We're just a lot better with what we accept as comedy these days, but yeah.
He's likely to turn up on those, Celebrity Real World or
Celebrity
Big
Rehab.
Brother, those kind of shows now because, they haven't done a lot and they just like, man, I was watching Extras the other day, and which is so good. Have you seen Extras lately?
No, I haven't rewatched
Rewatch
it.
it,
I
man.
do need to rewatch it. Extras was a great show.
It was so good. And Gervais, there's in the Christmas specials they do, he's sort of like he's become famous through his TV show, but he wants to make something, worthy, I guess, in his eyes. But he's got a new agent, and his new agent is just trying to get him on anything to keep his face out there. And what happens is he quits the show.
Yeah.
Won't take on any of these jobs, so he starts falling outside of the paparazzi. Don't want to see him no more. Long story short, he ends up on Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother, and he's on there, and he's sharing the show with someone whose daughter was murdered. And she's the celebrity. Yeah, so we're talking about it's like kind of us professional wrestlers, asking her. And what happens, he gets caught up in it. And that's what I could see Paulie Shaw.
Yeah.
That's the type of character he was, Had 5 minutes, and then what is he doing now?
Yeah, so basically any sort of movie with that's also not making the cut. Like, I enjoyed Biodome as a child.
Yeah.
I don't want to bother revisit that one.
What about, go on. What about your action films and stuff? Like, Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Stallone.
Kickboxer.
Do their films stand up?
Kickboxer is the one that every guy our age has great fond memories of.
Yeah.
You're like, like the guy that kicks the concrete pillar and stuff like that. Fight. Mate, shittest fight scenes you've ever seen. It was on Netflix the other day. Me and a friend were watching it, and we're just like, hang on a tick. What? Like, is this kickboxing? We're like, I remember this being really good.
Yeah.
No, it's terrible. There's one fight at the start. His brother.
Yes, the champion.
And he does like this spinning back fist, and it's like the shittest thing you've ever seen in your life. You're like, oh my god, why did I you almost felt embarrassed for liking it. Like, hey, didn't you like this movie as a kid? It's like, no, shut up, man. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, it does get worse. They remade Kickboxer?
Yeah, I did say it. It's got like Batista in it.
It's Batista and GSP.
Oh god.
And you didn't think it actually can get worse over time. It's fucking dreadful, man. So anyway,
I'll pass on that.
Just watch the first 10 minutes because I want you to understand how dreadful it is.
Okay.
Go on,
speaking of, this is what we'll close with, because this is something that I've had on my sleeve the whole thing.
Okay.
And you brought it up briefly before because of song played in it.
Okay.
Now, Steve and I, we were showing each other, we always show each other a few clips before we get started.
Yeah.
And Steve, this is one of the funny things, Steve thought that the tourism ad for Dundee was actually going to be made into a movie. This is the brilliance of that Dundee clip, is that everyone thought it actually was going to be a movie, and even though it's not, people just want to see it as a movie. It's going to be very funny. Chris Hemsworth and what's his name?
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Yeah.
But that's not a movie, unfortunately. But
that totally bummed me out, by the way.
I thought I'll show Steve a clip for a movie that's coming out soon that he'll enjoy. So I showed him the trailer to Deadpool 2. Now, Steve, you didn't enjoy the film clip.
No.
You used the words like, "This is shit. This is corny."
Oh yes, the jokes were corny.
I don't think this is funny.
Yeah, I do recall saying that.
And I don't... sorry, Vince... what's his name? Ryan Reynolds hasn't done anything good since Van Wilder.
Yes, I did say that, yes. And,
Steve, you fucking like MacGruber!
Yeah.
That is the corniest, shittest fucking movie of all time.
No.
I thought if you would like MacGruber, you would like Deadpool, because Deadpool is like a well-done MacGruber.
No, MacGruber was a parody of like a MacGyver. Deadpool was actually, I think that's actually trying to be funny on its own merits, and it's not.
Funny.
It's dreadful. It should be dead in the water.
We have not done an online poll for a while. I am going to put this one out there.
Here we go.
Steve, this isn't going to be one where like your mates like MacGruber, so they're going to say, oh, MacGruber's better just because they're shit.
Oh, so we're going to do a versus.
This is not a versus.
Oh, okay.
This is just a straight up. Is Deadpool a good movie / good character? Because Steve just doesn't seem to think that Ryan Reynolds is any good. And he's given Deadpool fucking donuts. So, this is going to be one of those overwhelming Steve doesn't know what he's talking about moments.
You just appeal to the masses. Have you realised that? I'm obviously like...
I chose Aru Speedwagon. You cannot say I appeal to the masses, Steve. Deadpool is like, 'cause I was a bit hesitant too because I'm not a big comic book guy. I'm not a big, those sort of blockbustery movie type guys. But this one, I actually watched the first one and it is genuinely funny. It is genuinely good. And I'm actually looking forward to the second one because it's very, very good. So we're going to put that one on the Facebook, guys. Vote. This is going to be an absolute fucking landslide. But we do need your votes, okay?
Okay, and one thing, you can vote for that, guys, if you want. I do want to have 2 more seconds.
Yep.
So I know we're running over time, but I just want to quickly say, how did your wrestling go on the weekend?
Really good.
Yeah?
Very, very good. Falling back in love and wrestling again, but that'll be a story for another time. I'm actually going to do a secondary episode, a bonus episode, with a friend of mine, Jared, who's a big wrestling fan, and he was there that night, so I'm going to bring him in. So I'll probably get him in with us.
Yeah.
And Jared's always got some good takes. He's a loyal listener, and he gives us a lot of feedback. Loves lawn chat.
Loves lawn chat. Who doesn't love lawn chat?
Yeah, well,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy people might love lawn chat.
But yeah, he's going to come in and we'll do a little review of the show. We'll go through the state of wrestling maybe at the moment. We'll do a little, because you're out of the loop, Steve.
Oh, I did see the massive breaking news today, though.
Yeah?
Huge, massive breaking news.
What's your breaking news?
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.